What is up, guys? It is Marcus from Perspective Sports, and today we're going to talk about the New Orleans Pelicans robbing the Sacramento Kings as they acquire Demarcus Cousins and Amir Caspi in exchange for rookie Buddy Hield, Tyreek Evans, Langston Galloway, and a 2017 first and second round pick. So essentially, no risk, high reward for the Pelicans. Kings GM, and who I happen to think is the worst GM in the league, Vlade Divac, admitted to turning down a better offer just days before because he feels that Buddy Hield is the next Stephen Curry. That has got to be the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Nothing against Hield or four-year college players, but Buddy Hield is 23 years old, and most players are entering their prime at 23 years old. For example, Wizards point guard John Wall at 23 was averaging 19 points, 2 steals, and 9 assists per game. Another example, which is another shooting guard, Klay Thompson, he did 3 years at Washington State University, but at 23 years old, he was averaging 17 points and 4 rebounds per game. And with four-year college players, you don't have the time to develop them like you would a one and done or 2 year kind of player. And that's the main red flag that I have with drafting four-year college guys. Pelicans GM Bell Demp should be arrested and charged with robbery because he robbed the Sacramento Kings. He now has the two best big men in the league, and I mean one and two, Cousins being one and Anthony Davis being two, best big men in the NBA. He and Celtics GM Danny Ainge have pulled off the two greatest heists in NBA history. The Pelicans now have the potential to become a serious contender if they can find a legit shooter and point guard to pair with the duo. And the first name that came to everyone's mind was former Hornets guard, when they were the New Orleans Hornets before they became the Pelicans, Chris Paul. And this seems very feasible with the Clippers doing nothing but getting older and still underachieving. Chris Paul being a free agent, and with New Orleans having some cap space and the ability and a team to put around him, only thing they'd be missing is a lights out shooter. And after looking at the available free agents in this year's free agency class, there's two names that stood out to me. The more well-known one being J.J. Redick. We all know he could shoot lights out from anywhere on the floor. Obviously, you have a relationship with Chris Paul, which helps the transition to New Orleans be a lot smoother. But the lesser-known option being Brian Roberts, who will be a lot more cap-friendly. This season, Roberts is shooting 46% from beyond the arc. Even though he's only played in 20 out of the 56 games, Robert has the potential to be a lights out shooter for the Pelicans because that's all they really would need him for. He would just need to come in off the bench and knock down a couple shots. He'll essentially be replacing Buddy Hield. And right about now, the entire Western Conference, including the Golden State Warriors, should be scared. Because this could potentially be a first round matchup between the Golden State Warriors and the New Orleans Pelicans. And the Pelicans have a lot of things that the Warriors lack. One including overall solid big men. They have two elite level big men that can rebound, play defense, block shots, as well as score in the paint and from the outside. And we've all seen what the Warriors do when they can't score from beyond the arc and other places. Remember, they got blown out by the Nuggets with a bad shooting performance. And the New Orleans Pelicans will not allow players like Draymond Green and Zaza Pachulia to out rebound them, which can spell trouble for the Golden State Warriors. Now, I think the Warriors will win it in probably 5 or 6, but the series will get interesting in some games. Overall, the future is bright for the New Orleans Pelicans. And just think about this for a second. DeMarcus Cousins and Anthony Davis are both averaging 28 points a game. Davis is averaging 12 rebounds, Cousins averaging 11, Cousins averaging 5 assists per game, AD averaging 2, Cousins averaging 1 block and 1 steal per game, and Anthony Davis is averaging 3 blocks and 1 steal per game. Obviously, those numbers will go down, but it's crazy to think how these two players just teamed up and are both entering the prime of their career. Overall, the future is bright in New Orleans, especially if they can land a big name. If they can land a big name player like Chris Paul, a playmaker in the offseason, and add a solid shooter who can start or come off the bench. And the Pelicans have just went from laughing stock to a serious future potential contender. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. The Pelicans have seriously upgraded their roster, getting two big men that don't actually need to be in the paint together. Me and my friend were thinking that when the trade first went down, like, and then after I thought about it, neither player really has to be in the paint. They both have solid mid ranges, and both can knock down a three if needed. Because Cousins is more reliable than Davis, but this could potentially be a big three like we've never seen before, built through a power forward and center, and give him a quality point guard. And this could be a run like we've never seen before.